What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching a Ragin Ronin review. Got a review for you. Yesterday, I checked out my very first film of 2019. I'm not talking about a 2018 film that I'm watching in 2019. I'm talking about an actual 2019 film, and that film is called Replicas. It is a science fiction thriller from producer Lorenzo de Bonaventura, who is the producer of Transformers. They even mentioned that on the posters because it's such a big deal. But anyways, it stars Keanu Reeves, Alice Eve, and John Ortiz, and I didn't expect that all to rhyme, but it kind of did. Anyways, this film is about cloning, and it is about, well, the general premise is that Keanu Reeves' family, his name is Will Foster, his family, his wife and kids, they died in a car accident, and then he works in the in the business of, or actually in the research of trying to bring the consciousness or the subconscious of a deceased soldier into I guess a robotic body. So kind of like RoboCop. That's what his research facility is trying to achieve, right? So he also has the ability to clone. He has that technology. He has that technology right at home. So he actually wants to apply that research and technology to bring back his dead wife and kids. And that's all I'm going to say about the movie. Of course, by doing that, you lead to some complications. In fact, a lot of complications. And it makes for a very complex lifestyle. Anyways, this movie is, I'll be completely honest, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Really, like the critics tore it apart. I really didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was engaging. I actually felt for the character. I was really, understanding what he was trying to achieve and understand, his emotional state of mind, even though it wasn't portrayed that well. But it wasn't a very eventful film. It's an engaging film in the sense that I want to know what's going to happen next, but it wasn't a very eventful film. There's a lot of stuff that is very mundane that he goes through in a very cyclical manner because he's just trying to get the algorithm right again and again and again, and he fails and he does it again, and he fails and he does it again until to the point where he finally achieves it. And in a way, it just feels very, very formulaic. But there's more to it than the story. There's a big revelation and a big like finale, but it is it's just a very uneventful film. Not a whole lot happens in this film, but I just feel engaged to the character and to what is going to happen next. But I didn't feel excited in any way at all. I wasn't excited about anything, really. I was just curious to see how it all played out. But I really feel like the weakest part about the movie, well, there's two things. The acting is horrendous, specifically from two characters. Alice Eve is terrible in this movie, like really, really bad. Like that's some really bad acting, okay? Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves. He can't help that, okay? He acts like he does in every single movie, and I think he excels the most in his more over-the-top characters, like, for example, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Speed, and Matrix and John Wick. Like, he excels, and he makes up for his acting range by action and being totally over the top, right? But besides that, he really acts the same like he does in other movies, and his acting is just not very believable at all because I feel like I'm watching Keanu Reeves. So, but that's fine. I won't fault him for that. But Alice Eve was terrible. Okay, it was so distracting. The CG work, and it's very, very minimal CG work, by the way. But the CG work that they have there, that's in there, is so bad. Like, it's really, really bad. Like, it really makes me wonder how low the budget was because they could not at all convince me that that thing that they had to use CG for was real. Like, it just looked so bad. Like, it reminded me of the Scorpion King days. I mean, there's a lot of people who say that, oh, that was bad CG. The CG is really bad, but the CG is actually really good. This is bad CG, okay? So it kind of takes you away from the movie. It actually is kind of goofy. And speaking of goofy, I find there's a lot of very goofy story decisions in the writing part, in the whoever the writer was for this film, like they really decided to do some really questionable things in this movie, and it just makes me laugh or wonder what the hell were they thinking. But anyways, I'm gonna be actually generous for this film. Like I'd give it a lower score, but I respect the fact that they were trying to do something. They were trying to do something original. Okay, but let's give this movie a 4.5 out of 10. I mean, it's not a good movie at all. Like it's a bad movie. It's a bad movie, but I don't think it's a terrible movie. I don't think it's a really terrible movie. I think that I don't know if they could have made it any better, but they gotta do something about that acting. Maybe just replace both leads, Keanu Reeves and Alice Eve, and just fix up the CG and just give us a little bit more emotion. I mean, your family just died. Could you at least show a little bit more? But Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves. Anyways, that's all I gotta say in this review. I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 10, which is generous. I would have given it like 3 or 3.5. But anyways, that's all I gotta say in this review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, if you enjoyed this review and you want to see more, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation, also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.